All right. Good morning, everyone. Today is the pilot episode of Payong Kapatid. This is the first episode of this channel. It is actually planned to give suggestions, advices, or recommendations to some people who have some minor problems that could be strategized, suggesting some recommended steps in order that solutions can be carved from some researches, some blogs that I can probably check from anywhere in the web. Anyway, so samahan niyo po ako sa Payong Kapatid. Ito po ay para sa ating lahat. All right. So, we now start. This is the pilot episode, that's what I have said. All right, this channel will eventually give suggestions to, let's say, caregiver. If you're a caregiver, if you have some issues about how to support the kid or the adult that you are caring for. If you are a stay-at-home mom, whatever issues you have, patterns that or milestones of your babies that you seem to think, oh, he is supposed to be doing this already. Or if you are a business partner, if you want to create more or network with different partners in the business that you have just opened, this could be an avenue with which you're going to ask questions, and we are just going to give suggestions and advices according to what other people say. So it will be based on surveys, it will be based on research. If you are a social worker working with somebody who has no or who has limited ability, who has limited knowledge about something, like little kids, if you're a social worker, little kids that are rebellious, or kids that do not have the pattern or do not are struggling with how to behave, with how to actually see what will be a productive way of doing this. Or if you are a business manager, helping your clients, helping other people to at least get through with whatever issues they have, this is for you. And if you're an adult caregiver, it is just almost being a caregiver to a little kid, but adults have different perspective. So we will discuss some of those here. Maybe in the future, we're going to make it interactive. But for now, I will just be discussing because I have already accepted 3 letters from December 1st. I have already accumulated from some of my Facebook friends. So I am going to discuss this with you. Maybe you can take 1 letter at a time or 2 letters at a time every Sunday, every week. All right, let's proceed. Now, this is the letter that I received on, I think it was on December 11. Membran, I have a student at school. He's very disturbing, but extremely smart. Oh, all right. So, how can I help him stay on track? Um, School is about to start. I hope I can get help soon. And this is from Miss Shai. Now, Miss Shai, I would like to tell you that I have some references here that I would like to read to you. Um, what do you think of that disturbing student? Is he a problem student too? Now, problem student, according to study.com blog, is a child who consistently disrupts lessons, irritates or bullies other students, and routinely fails assignments, or doesn't care about assignments. But what about problem students who perform extremely well academically? Is that the kind of kid you are describing? Students of this kind are much more complex. So therefore, because they possess all the traits of a child who clearly has no interest in learning, but they're strong or high test scores are obvious intelligence proof that this child has talent and skills. Now, I have here on the board, on the slides, several suggestions. First of all, understand the source of the problem. So, I think as teachers, the first thing we're going to check on is what is the problem? What is the source of this problem? And is it lack of engagement? Are you not engaging with this guy? Or are your assignments too simple, too easy for him? Because, he is extremely smart, you said. And is there any other mental stimulations that you're providing him? Or is or are you not really communicating with the parents? So understand the source of the problem. Is it from home? Because according to my research, occasionally in the form of being a troublemaker for you and to other students could be particularly at home. If they have difficult home life, they may project their frustrations and problems onto other students into you. So, in this case, children assume that when they witness at home is par for the course and may not even realize that their classroom behavior is unacceptable. So, therefore, teach him or tell him, this one below here, tell your student it's not acceptable to disrupt or bully other kids' learning. If other kids want to learn, it is unfair for them to just listen to us talking about your misbehavior. It would be fair, it would be acceptable if there is something that we really have to discuss about that is related to the topic that we are discussing during the day. So understand that one. No matter the cause of your student's behavior, understanding the situation and demonstrating that you really care about him is also crucial to his behavior formation, because sometimes if they are not cared for or not really cared for, if at home this is probably not being noticed, you notice it because at par with other students, why is this kid behaving this way? So you try to research on what would be the source of the problem. So understand the source of the problem. Tell your student it's not acceptable to disrupt other students' learning. Let them use the term, how about if you are on this children's shoes? Will you behave the same? Will you be happy if somebody is bullying, disrupting your learning? All right. Sometimes, parents has to be contacted also. They have to be contacted. Tell them about, have you observed this about your kid? What do you do? So at least you and the parents will come together and discuss ways how to, oh, yeah, I've seen that. Sometimes they would say, I've seen that sometimes. So what do you do? Teach him life lessons. Like, you know what? It every day is not a good day. There are some days that things are not good, but there are some days that things are just really great. If you are going to work and you will be working, let's say on Monday, if you're going to work and some people are just having some trouble with you, it's not fair. Now, in life, we have to be fair with other people. Explain that while you may be smarter, some people need more explanation. You already understood, but take the case of those who do not understand yet. So the best thing for you to do probably is maybe you can come to this guy who needs help, and I would be happy. I would appreciate it if you can help him understand better, not disturbing him. So that is teaching him. Also, another way is like this. Well, if you are the boss of a certain business, let's say you are the business owner, you do not find all those people working with you as sharp as you are. Some of them are not the sharpest in the box, and you understand that. So, in order for us to be able to discuss this fairly with them, I think the best thing for us to do is, um, in order that we are going to be able to say or check what could be the issue, teaching him the life lessons in understanding the source of the problem, we are able to discuss with him one on one. What is it that interests you? How do you do this? Find his interest. What is he interested about? Like, I have a kid too who is like almost like this, but he listens to me whenever I ask. I hope I cannot mention a name here anyway. All right, so he's very good at writing. So I told him, can you write every day? Can you write something about your experience every day? I'll give you a piece of paper every day and turn it in to me at the end of the day. Ask me every time when you leave, did I do great, teacher? All right, find also, suggest to a parent, find a non-academic outlet like soccer, piano or organ or singing, dancing, soccer, what else? Maybe baseball, swimming. Those could be some parts of their everyday life. So they can turn out like, oh, if I would be a soccer player, somebody is going to yell at me if I'm not going to do right. Okay? So then he's not going to bully somebody because right now he is studying or learning how to be good, how to be a great player, how to be at par, working cooperatively with the members of the group. That would be great, right? And also, um, avoid power struggle. Always remember, as teachers, we actually are trying to I don't know, but we are trying to be over them all the time. Nope. We should always be the having the person between you and the disruptive student. It should be you who has the last word. Listen and listen and process and listen and listen and process. Then you will have the last word. What is that last word? Gathering from all those impressions that you have heard from him would be a great way to start. So, no matter how impudent a student may be acting, you are the adult. You cannot stoop to his level. He is only a student. He should be learning more from you. He should not be learning from somewhere else and then try to use that um, powerful messages in the classroom. That is not right. Okay. So the thing is, focus on using I statement. Remember, I told you when we are in the hallway, we are supposed to be quiet and lock it up. Therefore, we have to bar our lips because we will be disturbing other people. Do not tell them, you are always, you are you and you. No, 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 no. Please always refer, always focus to what you and the other people in the classroom have agreed upon. What agreement was it? The agreement is that when you are maybe when you are in the hallway or when you are going to the bathroom, even if it is just an urgent need, you do not run. The more you run, the more the urgent need becomes. So just walk patiently on the side of the wall, respect the people in the other side of the aisle. Always keep right. See? Remind them of that. Maybe maybe you can have 7, 10, 20 reminders. That doesn't matter. As long as you always remind them, this is what we have agreed upon and that we are trying to avoid power struggle. Don't always say, I am your teacher. You are just my students. Nope, nothing like that. And the thing that I have already used is I keep him engaged. What is that engagement? Uh, like when I mention him most of the time, when he does something great, I mention him. When he helps in the classroom, I mention him. Those are some of the things that we can do as a teacher also. Yeah, they are smart. Give them a little lift of like a book that he has not read, and then tell him summarize this because he is very good in writing. Summarize the book. First 5 pages, summarize it in 3 sentences. Keep them engaged. Now, if the homework is easy for him, give him a little bit of step up in order that you are going to win his trust. Sometimes it is just trust. It will make a lot of difference if he trusts you and you trust him and you believe that he is really powerful and smart. Mention that also. I used to mention that very much. So right now he is a little bit on a pace of like 70% admittance. They have to bear consequences too. If there are some consequences, make sure that those consequences are awarded, because you do not just say, okay, I'm not going to do it today, but tomorrow, if you do the same thing, I'm going to get. No, 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 no. Whatever consequences they have for the day, that's due. Because you know how that means. To them, it might be a sample of, oh, I can always win over my teacher. No, it is not wise. All right, so Miss Shy, she just private messaged me in Facebook. So I am trying my best to also research about something with regards to some students, but I will try my best also to keep surveying some answers that I could give you. Always keep your students or your children, whoever that student that you are describing to me, help him be focused on his classwork. And if he's able to overcome it, talk to him, go to him. Most time of the day, check on him. Go to his seat and say, oh, are you done with it? Oh, I'm not done yet. So there should be a short conversation about it and tell him, you know what, you are smart. I think you can do this one. Or in my class, I always have an extra folder with which everybody can check on it anytime that they are done with all their classworks and they still have time. And I am not setting the time that, sometimes we set the time limit. I don't set that because I know that there are some people in my class who are not able to cope up with it. So I'm not rushing them anyway. For those who are not, we know as teachers, we already know who are those who need our um our help, our support. But for those who do not need those, you can walk around them and say, why don't you get your green folder? I have some new things in there. And what are those? Those are just exercises on the basic operations, maybe fractions, comparing, maybe drawing points, connecting points, maybe like saying, oh, color all products of pen yellow, color all products that have 25 green. So they will have to spend the time that they are still available to work on it. And then you may not finish it. Just put it back in your green folder. I call it green folder. It is on top of their table all the time. So anytime they are done with any classwork that I have set up for the day, they can always do it. And if they have work on something else, there is improvement in their green folder, I'm going to give them some rewards. What are those rewards? Maybe some stickers like this one. So when they are going to read something, they're going to stick this one to the last page that they have read. They like this one. They like it because they can always use it over and over. So give them some praises also. Maybe, sometimes people who are extremely or academically ready, they need some challenges. So challenge him, giving him some probably puzzles, crossword puzzles, anything that will make him busy. Keep them engaged. Drawing, painting, give him a paint and a brush and a piece of paper to work on it. And then, okay, keep quiet. You stay on your seat. You do not walk around because your paint might uh, spill. And if you spill that will be a lot of work. So do it that way. Maybe the suggestions that I have mentioned so far will be substantial for you to discuss the issue with him and to literally help him be able to keep on track. Because I think your question is how can you help him stay on track? So I think with all of those examples, you can always go online and seek for some worksheets, activity sheets, or anything that will keep him busy. And let him understand, talking to him, communicating with him one on one, to get his trust. I do that many times of the day. Before I start the class, I would say, "Come on in here. What's your plan for the day? What's your goal?" All right, that's very good of you to do that. That's smart of you to do that. We'll keep that in mind. That will be your goal for the day. Thank you. All right, so that is the end of this letter, and we will see you again. Thank you so much. And we will see you again next week, Sunday. Thank you and have a great day. Bye. Again, this is Membran. My background is so cool.